Hello everybody, what's up? CaptainTurbo here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV, joined as ever by my partner, basically my teacher in this, Red Nova.
Hello.
And first of all, I believe this is welcome back. The credits should have been last part. I will say this right now. I apologize for the missing audio for about 20 minutes in that credit sequence. Basically, I accidentally clicked off the screen, but considering the part is 90 minutes plus long, you'll forgive me for that slight problem, and hopefully you won't be too bothered by it. Also, one more thing I should point out is this is post-commentary, just this and the next part, and then we are actually done with Year 2's post-commentary. And we actually have an interesting little setup here, is that we are going to become a Red Mage. We're going to show off every quest that is required to become a Red Mage. And basically you will see me basically almost tear my hair out when we get to a certain quest where I had to basically beg Nova to come and help me in the next part, which you can enjoy next week when part 94 goes up. So actually I'm really happy to say we are going to get rid of the fucking Road Warriors shoulder pads very shortly by part 95, I believe, which I'm so fucking happy about. So I gotta ask, I mean, we've probably talked about this before when I was actually planning to do these missions and quests and stuff, but I assume you've done Red Mage at some point?
I've done it a little bit, yeah. I haven't gotten through it in full on in terms of leveling up. I think mine's at level 51, but I had to at least test run it.
That's fair enough.
Yep.
Oh, also going for Red Mage, we will be seeing the Gold Saucer as well soon. So that's a cool thing. Get our first look at that place.
Yep. The FF14 Gold Saucer, which is also known as the Manderville Gold Saucer.
Yeah. Like I say, it's actually a really... I love the place myself. In terms of like visual design, it is awesome. There's absolutely...
Yeah.
It absolutely pisses all over FF7's Gold Saucer, let's put it that way.
Oh, no, yeah, it's an actual FF7 reference in this game because there's not a whole lot of them right now.
No, to be fair, there isn't, and I'm just going to change the thing here. Don't worry, we'll just keep going. Sorry, I'm having to... You can still see and hear everything, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, you were just coming in a little crackly. I'm hoping changing the thing will have helped a little bit.
Okay.
It's still a little bit awkward. We'll try Europe, and then if that doesn't work, we'll go back to Euro Central, okay?
Okay.
If you're having frame rate issues, let me know and I'll switch it back as well.
Alright.
Alright, so it is just the two of us, by the way. We haven't got anybody else here. We don't plan to have anybody else here. Opie and Scarecrow, I know for a fact, are both working tonight. Because I was hoping to get Vice City finished. Fortunately, I couldn't get them there. But here we go. Taking the Red. This is the first quest for the Red Mage.
Yep.
Quest line. It's probably going to take about... Well, it's 2 parts, so it's going to take an hour, but you can probably fast through it in about 30 minutes easily. If you're skipping text, of course.
Yeah.
You have no idea how glad I'm going to be to get rid of this terrible fucking outfit. Just really can't stand it whatsoever.
But that's also a reason why I've gotten into glamours in this game, because you can always cover up armor you don't like or take something you like from the past and just have it show over what you're currently got equipped.
Yeah. I mean, I assume you've got like a actual outfit you prefer over everything else, in terms of design anyway, not just in stats.
Well, in designs, it depends on what job I'm playing.
I'll try something like that. Well, I mean, isn't there something like you just like above others for any particular reason?
There's not like a favorite I prefer over everybody else in this game. At least not at this moment.
Alright. I mean, have you been playing recently as well, by the way? Because obviously I've not been online for the last couple days, so... Well, not much anyway.
Yeah. Last played yesterday.
Played a little yesterday?
Yep.
I gotta ask, how many hours are you into it now?
Okay. Are you ready for this? I am
Apparently I'm
now
gonna have
over
to do-
1,700 hours.
Holy fuck, dude. Here's the thing. By the time this actually goes live, I wouldn't be surprised, because considering this video actually in itself is about 18 months in the future, thereabouts. I wouldn't be surprised if you're over 3,000 hours in at that point, because there's a long time between us recording this and this going live. So.
One other reason why ours got up there so much is because I not just played as one character when I started, I created other characters as well. And
Well, yeah.
kind
I
of
mean,
messed around
that's
with
not
them
all
too.
on one file, so.
No.
Oh, and by the way, I hope you like this outfit, because we're going to be having something very, very similar very, very shortly.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it personally. I think it's one of the best outfits I've seen in the game so far.
It also has much better stats than what you're wearing too. Because
we'll get to that in the next part, dude, believe me. Because it all goes tits up because of my incompetence. We'll definitely talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, we got the Red Garb Traveler here. He'll basically be the one giving us missions and quests for the Red Mage quest line.
Basically your Red Mage mentor for this portion.
Indeed.
Yeah, there's usually a mentor of a character who acts as a mentor for your class or your job there. Usually more than one, depending on what you pick. Usually you have a class mentor, then you got one who's a job mentor, and then another job mentor or whatever, depending on how far ahead you got to go in levels. How far back it goes. Mainly if it starts in... I mean, it may or may not, depending on how they... certain jobs, because right now I was leveling a ninja, which I hadn't touched for a while, and I've got one guy who started the job mentor for the Realm Reborn ninja job quest and is still the mentor in Heaven's Ward, even though I'm also reporting to somebody else.
I mean, I assume 14's still been your... I mean, you've put a lot of hours into the game anyway. I assume it's still your, like, go-to game when you just want to kill a couple hours and stuff.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I haven't... Because I think my subscription has actually run out. I got practically nothing out of that fucking 6 months I paid for. By the way, it was a pain in the ass, especially since either I wasn't bothered or the fucking PC had crashed and I had to get it rebuilt. But
oh yeah, that didn't help. Yeah,
and I didn't have my PC for like a month and a half roughly. But obviously the summer season is coming around. In case anybody is wondering, at the time we're recording this, for me at least, it's the 4th of April. It'll be the 3rd for you, I assume.
Yep.
2019, by the way, just to clarify. Because, yeah, this will not be going up until 2020. I'm well aware of that. And, yeah, here's the thing. I've kind of come to realize, obviously, summer is usually the best time for us for this, because I'm not getting any sleep during that time period anyway. And Nova tends to be up fairly late at times, so that's usually the best time for us to record 14. During the piping hot fucking season.
Yes.
Actually, how has the weather been for you guys? Because it's been... it can't seem to make its mind up at the moment over here. One moment it's fucking raining, and the next we're getting fucking heat waves for this time of year, essentially.
Jeez.
Well, it's only like 16, 17 degrees Celsius and stuff, but for this time of year, it shouldn't be that hot.
Yeah, for us, it's, let's say, it got in the 40s right now. Well, Fahrenheit at least.
Yeah, I can never do the conversion properly. I think that's actually... Is that around 10 or something?
Maybe.
I think it's thereabouts.
I know last week it got into the 50s.
Oh, damn.
But that was like for 1 or 2 days, I think, and it went down again.
They say global warming's a myth. Anyway, we're back at the Black Bush.
It's probably around what it is normally this time of year. Thankfully, it's freaking cold weather.
At least for us, it's hotter than it usually is for this time of year. Usually we're still, being bombarded by colds and stuff. Even if it's not necessarily raining, it's usually really cold. Actually, we're supposed to have rain for the next couple of days, and there's even been a few rumors of snow coming, so we'll see what happens, I suppose. Oh, by the way, I should point out, once you actually do get, and something that Nova actually mentioned before, as soon as you do get a new job system, or I believe you said you will revert back to level 50?
Yeah, when you start Red Mage up from whatever other job you were at, Red Mage, the job itself, when you agree to take it on and do the quest to complete it and turn to it, it starts at level 50.
Yeah, so basically you will basically drop back down from whatever it is. So you could be like level 70, but you'll drop down to 50 with
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: if you start any new job, you're gonna drop down anyways.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I'm not just talking Red Mage in general. Just be aware that it will happen. I think I'm
Yep.
not 100% certain. I think I might actually hit 52 before I actually drop back down to 50 before the end of the Red Mage quest. I'm not certain, but I'm definitely losing at least one level anyway.
Yeah, because I know it really depends on which job or class a person takes. I mean, if you take a job that had a class from the Realm Reborn one, you're gonna drop down to level 1. So
Yeah.
But if you take like a Heaven's Word job, for example, you drop down to 30 because that's where those are start at. And then if you take one of the 2 Stormblood jobs, you have the Red Mage Samurai, you go back down to 50. And then Shadowbringers, I know they said the Gunbreakers is supposed to start at level 60. So, and I assume Dancer will as well.
What were the jobs that came in with Evan's Sword?
Heaven's Word jobs were Dark Knight, Astrologian, which is a healer, and Machinist, which is a ranged DPS.
Oh, fair enough.
And Dark Knight being a tank.
I assume you've tried all 3 of them.
Yeah. Out of the 3, I probably like Astrology as my favorite healing type of job. Dark Knight is probably my favorite tanking job, with Warrior second. I mean, I did a little bit, but couldn't really be bothered since then.
Oh, it makes sense. I'm just turning that down a little bit, just so there's no problem.
Oh, and the job I did start recently was one that you'll be eventually going away from, well, class and job. I started up Arcanist recently.
Oh, you actually started as an Arcanist?
Yeah, I started Arcanist, got up to level 27, huh?
Here's the thing I found is I got way too comfortable with Arcanist, so that when I had to change, I found it a detriment to actually change a character.
Yeah, I actually decided which one I was going to change to when I started. Once I get to level 30, I'll be going down the summoner route. So
fair enough. Oh, by the way, at this point, I believe is when I got the Red Mage garb. The problem is I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into how much of a detriment this was later. I do equip the Red Mage thing, so I can actually be a Red Mage like this.
Yeah.
This I had no
the Soul
problem
Crystal. Oh yeah. Yeah, the thing you always have to do instead of changing the Soul Crystals, you always have to change your weapon in order to change the job.
Yeah, I didn't realize this. Straight away.
I get thrown off by that a little bit too. It's like, okay, that's kind of stupid. If you gotta.
I mean, if you want to pervert my character's ass for a moment, that's fine. But I do quickly realize what I need to do here.
Yeah. Because each job has their own type of weapon.
Bear with me for a minute. As I said, I don't know how long this takes me to realize.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, Red Mages equip rapier type swords.
Yeah, I'm basically dressing down my character. I feel kind of dirty. I'm sure Opie is practically masturbating right now watching this. Yeah, I genuinely have no idea how long this takes. I think originally I think my thought is I've got something in my equipment that is stopping me from equipping it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's that goofy thing where in order to actually change a job to a new one, you got to change the weapon.
I wish they'd just let you equip the crystal and then just de-equip whatever it is you've got in your weapon slot. It'd make more sense to me to do that, but
yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically kind of just fiddling around right now, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, I have no idea how long this takes me to mess around. I assume at some point I clicked off or something and maybe looked up online what I was supposed to do. I'm not sure, or maybe I just find it out by pure luck. We'll know because the time will change on the top right if I do. Oh no, I'm fine.
One thing I noticed with Arcanus is that it has a big advantage over is having extra pets on the field, because you have not just the carbuncles that it bring out there. You can bring out one of them at a time, but you also got, and you didn't get this during the thing and I didn't really get it either because at the time I wasn't using it, but the Chocobo Companion as well.
Oh, nice.
Which was having Chocobo like in battle and stuff. So basically I had a Chocobo in battle and then it had the carbuncles, so. And most of the time it was Emerald Carbuncle because, well, I wanted the DPS, so. Well, that, and it's fun seeing Emerald Carbuncle just nearly knock enemies back with its one move.
Yeah, I really do like. I wish they'd have beefed up like the Arcanist a little bit, just because of how much easier I found it over Summoner and Scholar. I wish they'd made it so you could use all three, and you didn't actually have to really switch out to one or the other before the end.
Yeah. But one of the things I was able to do with Arcades because of that pet advantage there is that it helped me in terms of taking on fates or battles that were maybe slightly higher level than we'd be able to get through it just fine.
So yeah, I'm sure plenty of you right now are probably screaming at the screen. I apologize that I did this. Like I said, I didn't know I had the equipment already. I know I had the weapon, obviously, but I didn't know I had the outfit.
If you're old pie, you're screaming at the scream up for different reasons.
Take it off! God damn it! Oh well, back to Pornhub. What? What do you mean I'm blocked? Goddamn lollipops. You know, I'm making fun of the poor guy. He's at work right now, probably hating it. Guys, I genuinely have no idea how long I spend here basically setting up shit. But this is part of the game, and it always has been, is basically setting up your abilities and stuff like that. I've shown this off before. I'll probably show it off again in the future with stuff like that where I'm having to set things about. But we're going to get into the Crimson Duelist apparently now. And as you can actually see, yes, my level has gone back down to 50.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but what can you do?
Yeah. Could have been worse. That's one of the big reasons why I suggested Red Mage, other than the skills it had, was that the level drop would be significantly less.
Yeah, I did say I wanted something similar enough to Arcanist that wouldn't be too lost. And thankfully this is... I found Red Mage and Arcanist are... Obviously that you can't summon things like the carbuncles and stuff, but you can still use both offensive and defensive magic, so...
Yep.
And if you really want to, you can get up close and personal with your rapier. Plus, obviously, when we did the ultimate weapon mission, obviously I was only at level 50 or 51 then. Anyway, so it wasn't like I was dropping a lot.
Nah, yeah, you didn't lose a whole lot in terms of levels.
Anyway, he's fucking off, so we got the quest finally, and we can move on with it. And let me make it clear here, I make these quests a lot harder for myself, purely for the fact that I'm still wearing my fucking Harlequin outfit here.
Yeah.
Don't do what I did, kids.
And I'll say, it's to be fair, because it came out when Stormblood was released, this job, along with Samurai, they did make it so you couldn't get away with just using Realm Reborn gear to get through the first ones, because that level 54 Samurai quest, holy crap, they can go piss off somewhere.
Well, why was it as difficult as I had with the twins in the tunnel?
No, well, that one actually is legitimately difficult.
Well, it is if you're me and you're wearing the wrong fucking gear.
No, I had good gear on and I was still struggling with it.
Oh, fair enough. I have
That
no idea
quest
where
is
I'm
harder
going.
than it had any right to be in terms of the solo, since they're fighting that one guy for that level. I mean, come on, that should have been later. I mean, hell, I had the level 60 quest that I had with freaking highest level 60 gear, and that I still had a better time with than that level 54 quest. I mean, jeez.
It does seem that some of these quest lines to gain new jobs are actually fairly tricky. Then, well, apparently, anyway.
Well, not all of them are like that one. I mean, that's just a samurai level 54 one. Sometimes it depends on, you know,
It depends on the job.
yeah.
Back at the church, haven't been here for a while. Just realized I'm close to hitting 300,000 gil. Of course, by the actual episode 105, which is what we're currently on at the moment in terms of live commentary, I think I'm actually over that this moment. I'm not sure actually what my guild count is. I'm not a millionaire like this guy over here.
Well, maybe around that amount in my as Zen, but as Ian Nova, no. I was almost broke for a little bit because of using the market board a little too much.
Here's the thing. I obviously I started the game off a little better off than most because Nova here did give me like 50,000 gil.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was gonna ever get stuck.
And actually, that was part of the reason they did is because, you needed the money for the friggin' teleport.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I still don't like that idea. I think it's really bad. It's like, alright, we don't have an idea for this. But what is that fucking graphical glitch up there in the top left?
Top left.
Over here where I've got my mouse, if you can see it.
I don't know what that is.
What the fuck is going on? Is there somebody behind the wall or something? Something's going on. It's in the video, so people will be able to see what we're talking about. Under where it says the price of, well, it's gone now. But that's because I've turned the camera on. I wonder what that was. Okay, so if you're in the party, this is where you're going to have to say goodbye, because this seems solo only.
Yep.
Excuse me. Nice.
And actually, I don't believe this is the one you struggled with either, because I remember
no. The one I struggle with is next part.
Yeah. Well, I remember because of the location.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we're in the church. I remember that's not where we had the one that you struggled at. That was like way over in freaking near Vesper Bay, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was close to the place where I always complain about there not being a teleporter.
Yeah.
The desert.
That would be the one.
The desert snakes. No, not desert snakes. The Oh fuck! What do you call that place? You know what I'm talking about. The place where you meet Minfilia and all that. The sand.
Waking Sands.
Waking Sands. That's it. So, right close to there is where I had the problem. I know that's supposed to be paint, but it makes him just look like he's got a really wrinkly face. It's weird. Oh, it won't be long now till Shadowbringers comes out, will it?
Yep, July 2nd.
No, it's not too far away. Only 3 months. It's going to be interesting to see if it brings up the player count again.
Yep.
Yeah, so
They will be bringing a level cap raise.
Isn't it going up to 80 or something?
Yes, it's going up to level 80.
It makes me wonder if they'll ever like eventually reach like level 100 or something like that with future DLCs. Or sorry, future
add-ons. It could, yeah. In fact, I even think about the possibility if they keep continuing this whole thing that they kind of release as a concept with this whole, well, basically what you're doing with Shadowbringers, this whole traveling to other worlds. If there's like 13 different ones out there, they might go past level 100.
It wouldn't surprise me. To be honest, I've never really understood the need for level caps in MMOs. I mean, here's the thing: if you want to do like a self-imposed one, fine. You know, give the option. But plenty of people are more than willing to see that number go up to like 900, 9,000, whatever. And I know it'd make it really easy for them to play the game, but hell, they put all that time in the game. They kind of deserve it. Right, to cure the witch, now I'll take care of the curs.
Yeah.
This is my first fight using the red mage, so
Yeah.
kind of new to what some of these spells do, so hope you'll bear with me for that.
Basically, I'll explain it to go along here. You've got your white and black mana gauge up there that you see on the upper right portion.
Yep.
With the 37 and the 6. Yeah, the trick to that is you want to keep it as evenly balanced as possible. So that when you get to the red mage's sword techniques, or rapier techniques, it requires both black and white mana to use them. And you basically use them in a combo, so it takes both black and white mana to use each one, so that's why you want to have the balance.
Which I didn't actually know until this second. As you can tell, as I already mentioned, I am making this a little harder for myself by not having the proper equipment on. Obviously, I would have at least a little bit more defense if I was going up against these things in the red mage outfit, so...
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the spell's
Yeah,
name.
because right now, you've got way more black mana and hardly any white mana in there. And also, if the balance does get too out of hand, then the one that's way lower will have it harder to raise it back up again, too, to match it until it gets close enough.
You know, unfortunately, I think I am just going to be using primarily black magic in this fight, specifically, anyway.
Yeah. Well, these magic skills are the ones that use raise your black and white mana. Depends on which of the spells you cast. Usually have in the description there. But usually you use, for the most part, one will lead to you being able to use a different one that will allow you to keep the balance if it activates. Which is the only time you can cancel is when it has the enhanced thing, you know, the yellow dashes around the end there. Yeah. But there's also the basic ones, like I think Jolt, which raises both of them at the same time, but not nearly as much, so... But it is a way of keeping them in balance if you're not worried about getting the activation from the other combos.
Well, it is, like I said, I mean, this is my own fault. I didn't, read the instructions and stuff. I just basically thought, oh, spells, I'll take that. Yeah. That was basically my entire thought process, if I'm being honest.
Two of the Ver spells are deactivated until you use another Ver spell to cast it, and then if it get the enhanced version, then you can use the second spell in that line.
Okay, fair enough. I get what you're saying.
And you know they're deactivated because they're not, not grayed out, but they're kind of shadowed out, so to speak, or faded out. On your, on your hotbar.
I can't wait to be rocking that outfit.
Yeah. Well, the other problem is the gear you currently have is that it's under level 50, and that's the other reason why.
Yeah, let's say just completely my own incompetence there with the game, not realizing I could equip it. So again,
yeah. If you ever see a quest that has an icon that looks like an open coffer on it or an open chest, that would be a gear coffer for things like red mage gear or something else.
Yeah, kind of got stuck here for a second. I'm just gonna make sure I hit the spell. And I get quite lucky if I recall here. It's been a while, but I do get quite low on health if I recall, and I managed to just about run away in time. Something like that, anyway. I'm trying to take care of this first one here. I got the first one. I can't actually tell what he's fighting. Oh, he's fighting a Magus. Or Magus, whatever you want to call it. Got dual cast going. Actually, I think dual cast is actually probably one of the best things about a mage. Is
Yep.
being able to perform one spell right.
Yeah,
after
Red
another.
Mage gives the ability to dual cast. If you cast it, sometimes you get the dual cast app. You can cast it again for free or whatever.
Yeah, and I absolutely love it. I think it's one of the best things I've come across so far. I should point out, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to use the same spell twice, by the way. Sometimes you will have to use a different spell, but you can use two spells, as nobody said, one after the other, without a cooldown period.
Yep.
Which is awesome. So. You see, I'm having a little bit of trouble here, keeping alive. And this is why I keep sprint in the hotbar still. Just so I can run away if need be.
Yeah, I've got sprint always in my hotbars, whether I'm in fights or not, because I get easy access to it.
Well, you never know if you're gonna need it or not, so.
Yeah.
I can stay alive for the time being anyway. By the way, I love this sword attack that looks like Noctis's thing.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of it. The top, the left one. On the hotbar. The one that's got like 12.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. The one where those swords just
Yeah.
appear out of nowhere and hit the enemy. Yeah.
Oh, I've never had it not do a ton of damage.
Yeah, in fact, I bet that might be one of the ones in the combo that requires the use of mana. Because now I see you got a 270 instead of 3100.
And yeah, Luck's out here. Here's the thing, he leaves me with the fucking big eyes to take out. Why didn't he just take them and I'll take the mages?
Yeah, that's a problem with NPCs as allies.
Yeah, they all want to take the easy fucking path. I want the easy path. Fuck you.
Or they're just not very... The AI, the computer AI, is not very smart.
Well, the enemy at least went for him instead of me, so...
Yeah.
It gave me enough time to heal up. I actually think I do actually have a healing spell now in my repertoire somewhere. Even if I can't
I think
currently
one
see
fun
it.
fact about both of these Stormblood jobs here, Red Mage and Samurai, is that your mentor from each one happens to be from one of the two regions that you visit in Stormblood. Well, Samurai being from, the Far East, and then Red Mage being
just to
from...
clarify, I have not been outside of the Realm Reborn's areas, I believe, yet, so...
Yeah, right. Yeah, one's been the Far East and those stuff, and then Red Mage being from the, let's say, the Girabania region, or the Alamegan area.
I have no idea, but here's the thing. I am actually looking forward to seeing some new areas eventually. Like, I saw you underwater at one point during a live stream, and I can't wait to get to those type of places.
Yeah, the underwater thing won't be for quite a while, because that's
I'm just
Stormblood.
saying.
But you'll get to see new areas in Heavensward, so... Because we'll get a new city-state of Ishgard.
Just looking at some things, it looks like I'm going to get some pretty good, powerful, benign abilities once I reach level 60.
Yeah, you got
so.
Sure Cast and Swift Cast, which is usually what mages get. And for a healer, Swift Cast is a must. Because using it with the raise. Or any resurrection spell, whichever one your healer has.
So we're going to take care of the Archmage first. That's taking a lot longer than it looks like. Again, probably would get a... Oh, okay, he killed her instantly. Oh, hello, Fluffy.
Now you got the big boss, the freaking three-headed Cerberus.
I actually didn't have a terrible time with this thing.
Huh.
Kidnapped us with the... I love that thing so badly. I mean, I've always said I don't like Final Fantasy 15 for many reasons. I absolutely love fucking Super Noctis, where he goes all Super Saiyan.
Yep.
Just fly around, throwing sword beams at everybody. It's fantastic. I was actually half tempted to get the, do you know the chibi version of 15 that came out? for the Switch and stuff.
Oh, like the Pocket Edition?
Yeah, the Pocket Edition, I think that's what it's called. Have you played that one yet?
No, I'm not really bothered with like a Pocket Edition of
To be
it.
fair, I wasn't myself, but if they've made a few improvements, I might actually see if I can pick it up for cheap at some point. Not to worry, I will heal myself. Also, it's Vercure that's the healing spell, apparently.
Yeah, Vercure, yep.
Yeah, I probably
But you don't
should
get-
I should have guessed actually with the name.
Yeah. That would be the one you don't learn till level 54.
Oh,
Which
it
you'll be
might be
getting
him
soon.
actually healing me then.
Yeah, it probably is then. Because he wouldn't have it yet.
I'm not actually sure what level I'm currently at. Obviously, as I already mentioned, we're currently up to episode 150. Sorry, 105. I'm not sure what level we're currently at in the
I
game.
think you might be level 54.
Maybe. Oh, I'm definitely above 50 anyway. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, you're about 50.
Because here's the thing: once you get into like post credits Realm Reborn, before Heaven's Ward,
Yeah.
the payout for the quest is not great. I think it's only like 4,800.
No, it's not. But that's not the only scenario where that ends up being the case. It's also the case when you're past the main part of Heaven's Ward.
Yeah,
Heaven's Ward
I
as
guess
well.
it was like a post like credits thing for all of the expansions and stuff. But on the upside, it does mean that you can all of the post credits Realm Reborn stuff is level 50 only. So it's not like there's any grinding necessary. It's just
Right,
as soon
yeah.
as we reach Heaven's Ward, there's going to be a point where I'll probably will need to grind again.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's
Even
not.
then, you won't have to do nearly as much because you won't have to get to, like, well, level 60 at the highest in order to get through Heaven's Ward.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I'm not halfway there, I'm nearly halfway there, like 53 or 54
Yeah.
probably. I'd be surprised if it's any lower than that at the moment. I'll have to check later, because I do have the files on the other computer, so I can have a look at the videos, see how far we're in. And the Cerberus is now down.
Yeah.
We've got 10 seconds left, so thank you very much for watching, people. We'll be back next time with the infamous Nova Please Help Me part. Sign off.
See ya.